And then one elbow that I don't see anybody doing, I do it a lot, and it's like, it's insanely effective. I don't see anyone doing this, so I'm gonna give you a little top secret information right here. This elbow right here, boom, to the leg. It sticks, it digs, it stabs, and I'm telling you, every time I hit somebody with it, you hear that like just wince in pain. It's a lethal elbow. So, and a good one is I come up here to go do like some head ground and pound, boom, and so come cover up your head, don't let me have this, and wham, we're right there, and we can just dig those elbows to their legs. Nobody ever sees that one. So, like I say, the back elbow is very applicable, and I could even hit that again right there to his ribs. Welcome to Fight City Gym Talk. You are here with Eric Wallin. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And guys, if you need some gear, FightCitySLC.com and go get yourself some gear. Last week, I posed the question, what is the best type of striking? We're talking punching, kicking, knees, elbows. What's the best? I said punching first. Most people won't disagree with that. So we got punches first, and I said knees second. Someone left a comment, what about elbows? And I really like elbows. I don't talk about elbows much, because elbows is basically mostly for professionals and like say Muay Thai fighters, and amateurs in most states just can't throw elbows. So I don't talk about elbows much, but it's almost like I got to pick my favorite child, right? Who do you love the most of your children? It's a hard question to answer. I really like elbows. I'm not degrading the other strikes. I really like punching and I really like knees, but let's get into some elbows today. Okay, when it comes to elbows, guys, I'm gonna break it down in a few simple categories. The first two are very similar. We're gonna go up elbow and then also down elbow. And that can happen on both hands. Up elbow and down elbow. Now on the two of them, on the up elbow, I like to say I'm gonna comb my hair. See how that hand goes back and combs my hair? So I go up elbow like so. And on down elbow, I'm gonna put the back of my hand on my face. See how it's running down my face right there. So my up elbow and my down elbow. Most people get lazy on their down elbow. Their down elbow will look a little bit more like this. So check this out. Dan, just give me a regular old fight stance. There we go. So he's got his elbows down and his hands high. The reason I like the up elbow and the down elbow is that the up elbow is gonna go right between his elbows right there and just slide through. You get a little bit of Vaseline, a little bit of sweat, a little bit of blood, and that elbow will just go right through that gap. Okay, now the down elbow. I want to do the same thing. There's just like this line right here. I'm going to go again down through that gap and just cut him open right there on the top of his forehead. Where a lot of people get lazy is it's not an up elbow, it's not a down elbow. It ends up being, as they get tired and the fight goes on, becomes a little bit of a sideways elbow, and it's always going right into his forearm right there. So I found that you have a lot more success if you make it a point to pick your elbow straight up or to have your elbow go straight down. Okay, up elbows and down elbows. Thanks, Daniel. The next one is going to be a spear elbow, which is basically just going to be straight in. So the path of the up was up here. Down was down there. The spear, I'm right here. I'm also going to throw it like a cross, throwing off my hip, turning my foot. You notice that elbow point, it's already kind of lined up, and I just straight in. So I'm not loading it, and that's the biggest thing about this spear elbow. If I go up elbow or down elbow, a lot of times I'm kind of coming down like an uppercut. I'm getting that hip in, and I'm bringing it up. Takes a little bit of time, takes a little bit of setup. They see it coming, right? Your elbow is so sharp, you don't need power. You just need it to touch. If it touches, it'll cut. So if you're right here and you take this elbow and you just spear, boom, touch them right on the forehead or on the nose with it, and you'll bust them open easy. In this path right here, we're coming up, we're coming down, or we're shooting straight in, and that can be done on both arms. The spear on my lead hand looks a little bit more like this. I'm just gonna like a jab, lead side, and then on the back side, right there. That's pretty much most you're gonna need to know, and like super effective, just those simple, 3 simple elbows. We're gonna get some wild card ones. Tomahawk elbow. Tomahawk, I'm right here. I'm gonna kind of raise my elbow up and then drop it down. So if you're not on your tiptoes, you're gonna be hard pressed to do this. So you're gonna be right here, bring this elbow up, almost even a little bit out. We're gonna slam it right there on the top of their head. So Daniel's in that fight stance, same thing. I'm gonna be, usually I always say, you wanna set up a strike, jab. So here we are, I'm pumping the jab, I've got him looking at this one, and then off that jab, This elbow's coming up and it's dropping right there on the top of his forehead. That's a real nasty one. If you catch people with this off guard, it'll just split them open immediately. Now, a lot of people, we're talking MMA, say, well, what about 12 to 6? 12 to 6 is basically, it is illegal. You cannot elbow straight up and straight down. You can't do it, it's illegal. And that's in all promotions that I know of. If I can't elbow straight up, straight down, isn't that what the tomahawk elbow is? Not necessarily, because I'm bringing it out this way and it's chopping this way. It's not straight up and it's not straight down. Most referees and athletic commissions hate that rule. I'm just saying, I'm not saying you can do it. All I'm saying is there's a little bit of leeway on that. Typically, they're not looking to enforce that rule. It has to be very blatant. And let me show you, can I have you back, Daniel? When it comes to 12 to 6 elbow, grab my leg, would you? This is the most common 12 to 6 elbow. And there's a lot of things wrong with this. 1, 12 to 6. 2, you hit them on the back of the head. So super illegal, 12 to 6 on the back of the head. But most referees are not going to disqualify you for that. I'm not saying it's legal, I'm not saying you can't, but what I'm saying is, usually if you go here, you're not going to get DQ'd, you're going to get warned, right? If the ref sees that you're making an effort to change the angle and change the spot, all of a sudden this is legal. We can do this right here. It's not 12 to 6 anymore, and it's also not on the back of the head. I just reached around and I'm coming back on his ear right there. So it's not a 12 to 6 anymore. If you went like this, the ref said, watch the 12 to 6, and you just did it again, that's where you're gonna get in trouble. That's where you're gonna get disqualified. And then lastly, since we're talking about 12 to 6, let's go guard for a second, Daniel. So a lot of people will have a question about this one. Is this 12 to 6? And the answer is no, because you don't put your clock on the floor, you hang your clock on the wall. And another phrase people will say is like, sky to floor. So the thing is, it's not sky and it's not the floor because the elbow is now going this direction, which is a legal elbow. So in professional MMA, this elbow right here is absolutely legal and you can do it. The next one is going to be a back elbow. Back elbow is basically, let's say like I miss a hook, okay? Oh, I missed that hook. Notice my elbow is here. I come right back on it. I think the back elbow is probably most applicable on ground and pound. Eric, if you'll come here real quick. The back elbow, here I am, and I can go kind of like a straight down spear elbow to the body. I could also come back elbow to the head right there. And then one elbow that I don't see anybody doing, I do it a lot, and it's like, it's insanely effective. I don't see anyone doing this, so I'm gonna give you a little top secret information right here. This elbow right here, boom, to the leg. It sticks, it digs, it stabs, and I'm telling you, every time I hit somebody with it, you hear that like just wince in pain. It's a lethal elbow. So, and a good one is I come up here to go do like some head ground and pound, boom, and so come cover up your head, don't let me have this, and wham, we're right there, and we can just dig those elbows to their legs. Nobody ever sees that one. So, like I say, the back elbow is very applicable, and I could even hit that again right there to his ribs. And the last elbow is a spinning elbow. You kind of get that same movement that you would have on like a spinning back fist or a turn kick. You're gonna let your body completely rotate around. Most people are gonna do a spinning elbow, something like this. And it's that same concept where we're just going straight across and we're hitting them, I'll show you on this side, this direction. Well, if his guard is right here, I've hit him in the forearm. So same concept. I really like to get that like coming down on the elbow. So I end up doing that same spinning back elbow, I'm gonna drop it right there. Then I go the other way, I do the spinning up elbow right there in the sternum. And so you notice the two of them, I spin back and I drop it down off of his head. I do it again and I'm gonna pick it up right to the body. Nobody ever does that one. I don't hardly ever see it. But I'm telling you, every time I hit somebody with it, it's like, where the heck did that come from? Awesome, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. If there's an elbow I forgot or an elbow technique that maybe I didn't talk about or could do better, leave your comment in the comment section below. If you need some gear, guys, go pick yourself up some gear, FightCitySLC.com.